Yes, good morning everyone. So today we'll see in the previous session we came across what is backtracking. Okay, so we saw N-Queen's problem, how to solve N-Queen's problem using backtracking, and today we'll look into sum of subsets. So what is the sum of subsets? So let us see what is the problem all about. Okay, so if you look at this, so in this problem we are given with the vector of n values called weights. So weights are usually given in ascending order of the magnitude and are unique. So what does the statement tells you? See, here you are given with n values. Okay, so you have a set and that set has n different values. Okay, all values are unique here, so n different values, and these values are arranged in ascending order. Okay, so you have a set and that set contains n values, and those n values are unique and are arranged in ascending order. Okay, so let us see, here you have an example. So if you look at this, see, for example, you have this, so w is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is it not arranged in ascending order? Yes, it is arranged in ascending order. So this is your set. Now you are given with the value m. So let us assume m is 20. So now from this main set you have to generate the subset in such a way that the sum of the values in that subset is equal to the value given m. Okay, this is the main set. This is the main set. From this set you have to obtain the subsets such that the sum of the values in that subset, all the values, okay, the sum of the values in that subset is equal to this given value m. Okay, yes. So if we consider this example, can you tell me what is the solution for this? So what is the value of m? M value is 20. So what are the values in this set which gives you the sum as 20? So if you look at this, so you can if you consider 2, so 2 plus 8 plus 10 will give you 20. So 2 plus 8 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. Yes. Then you can have 6 plus 4 plus 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. Any other solution for this? Yes, you can have 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 plus 8 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, so 10 plus 10 is 20, isn't it? So how many different subsets you got from this set? You have got 3 different subsets. Okay, you have got 3 different subsets from this main set. See, look at this, the 3 different subsets are here. So in this set you also include 2. Okay, see, here you have one more value here. So 2, 4, 6, 8 is one set, 2, 8, 10 is another set, and 4, 6, 10 is another set. So you have to find the solution. The solution is nothing but you have to generate the subset from the main set, and the values in that subset, the sum of those values should be equal to the given value m. Okay, so this is the problem all about. Now let us see how to apply backtracking in getting the solution for this problem. Okay, so same thing is explained here. So you are given with n different positive values, okay, and you are given with m. So how backtracking is applied? So here if we consider backtracking procedure, so how do we start is, we will take the first element and we will include that in our subset, that is the solution set. Okay, then again we will consider the next element, we will find the sum of those elements, again the third element, find the sum of those. Okay, so this is how you check whether you have to consider that element for the solution set or you need not consider that element for the solution set. If you consider that element, here you have taken it as 1 or 0. So what does that 1 indicates? 1 indicates that you have included that element in your solution set or subset. Okay, 0 indicates you have not included that element in your subset. See, look at this. If you consider the same example, here you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in your main set. But when we consider the solution set, see, one of the set, it is having 2, 4, 6 and 8. That means 10 is not considered in that set. Yes. So that means it is 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Yes. So if you consider the second solution, so again, so here you have only 2, 8 and 10. That means you have considered 2. So for 2 the value will be 1. You have considered 8. So again for 8 it will be 1. You have considered 10. So again for that it will be 1. So what does the solution set say? It is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So you have not considered 4 and 6. Same way, if you look at the third set, you have not considered 2 and 8. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1. That means you have not considered 2 and 8. So that is what 1 and 0 indicates. So in your solution set, which are the elements you are including for your solution set? So those elements will have the value as 1, and the remaining which is not included in your solution set will be considered as 0. Yes, so this is what is the problem. So let us consider one example here. See, the problem states that you have to find a subset of a given set. So this is the set, given set S. So you have to find the subset of this. How to find the subset? You are given with value D. Okay, so you need to find the subset in such a way that the sum of all the elements in the subset gives you the value D. Okay, so it should be arranged in increasing order. So when you tell increasing order, that means S1 is less than or equal to S2, S2 is less than or equal to S3, S3 is less than or equal to S4, and so on. Okay, so look at this set S. This gives you, the set is 3, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, the values in the set are 3, 5, 6, 7. Is it not arranged in increasing order? Yes, it is arranged in increasing order. What is the value of D? D gives you 15. So D gives you 15. So the solution set is what? So 3 plus 5 plus 7. So 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. So that is what is the solution set. Okay. Any other solution you can get? No, you cannot get any other solution. There is only one single solution for this example. Okay. And because this has n, this might have n number of solutions, when you are going for backtracking, you will not stop when you find one single solution. Okay, so when you are talking about backtracking, you will not stop when you find one solution. You will proceed with this step until you find all the possible solutions. Okay, because while looking at the example, you know what are the different solution set, but while solving it, you will not know what are the different solution set. So you will have to check for all different possibilities. Okay, you will have to check for all different possibilities. So now look at this. We have considered the same example. The set has the values 3, 5, 6 and 7, and you need to find the subset in such a way that the sum is equal to 15. So let us start with sum is equal to 0. So when sum is equal to 0, that means you have not included any of the elements in the set. You have not included any of the elements in the set. So that is why initially the sum will be equal to 0. Okay. So now let us consider the first element. So what is the value? Value is 3. So if we consider 3, what will be the sum? The sum will be equal to 0 plus 3. See, the values inside the node is nothing but the sum. Okay, the values inside the node is nothing but the sum. So to start with, we first included 3 in our solution set. Yes, 3 is of course less than 15. So again we will try with some other value. Okay, so now if we consider the next value 5, so 3 plus 5 is 8, so 8 is again less than 15. So again we can check with the next value. Yes, so let us proceed with the next value. So if I consider 6, what will be the sum? 8 plus 6 is 14. So 14 is still less than 15. But if I consider the next element in the set, the next element is 7. If I consider 7, so what will be the sum? 14 plus 7 is greater than 15. So this didn't give us the solution. So there is a dead end here. So again what we will do is we will traverse back to the previous one. That is, we will exclude that 6. Okay, we will exclude that 6. So now we will proceed without considering 6. Okay, so look at this. So now we proceed without considering 6. So here when we considered 6, the sum was 14 and 14 is just 1 less than 15. So if we consider the next element, obviously the next element is greater than 6. So you cannot consider that. So what we do is we exclude 6. See, this is what it tells, without considering 6. Okay, without considering 6. We exclude 6 and then we proceed. So we proceed without considering 6. So now if we don't consider 6, again the sum is equal to 8 only. Okay, so now for this 8, what can be added? The next element after 6 is 7. See, what did we do now? We considered 3 and 5. Okay, we considered 3 and 5. When we considered 6, the sum was equal to 14. And if I go with the next element, obviously the next element is greater than 6 because it is an increasing order. So what I do is I exclude this 6 and now I'll try with this 7. Okay, I'll exclude that 6 and now I'll try with 7. Yes, look at this. So without 6, the sum is 8, and with the 7, what is the sum? The sum is 8 plus 7, 15. So 15 is what the value of D was. We wanted to find the subset such that the sum of all the elements in the subset is equal to 15. Now we have found the solution. So what are the elements included in this set or the solution set? See, we included 3, we included 5, but we didn't include 6. We included 7. So 3, 5 and 7. See, when you are constructing the tree, you make sure either the left one is considering the element and right one not considering the element, or the right one considering the element and left one not considering the element. See, look at this. All the left edge indicates that you are considering those elements for the solution set. See, look at this. So with 3, that means you are considering 3 for the solution set. With 5, that means you are considering the element 5 for the solution set. With 6, that means you are considering 6 for the solution set. But if you look at this, the right edge indicates that you are not considering that element. Okay, see, so with 3, with 5, without 6 and with 7. So that means you have included 3 elements in the solution set. And what are those 3 elements? 3, 5 and 7. Okay, yes. So let us move to the next one now. So we have got one solution. So it is not necessary that you have exactly one solution to the problem, isn't it? So this is just finding the subset. You might have n different solution. So what we do is, when we get one single solution, we don't stop here. We further proceed with trying to find the next solution. So if you look at this, so what we did, with the 7 we got 15. So without 7 we get the sum as 8. And you don't have any other element after 7 to include that in the solution set. You have reached the dead end, because after 7 you don't have any elements in the set to include that for your solution set. So you have reached the dead end here. So now again you will track back. Okay, again you will track back. So again, if you consider this node, you have already done with including 7 and without including 7. So again we will proceed back to the previous node. So if you consider this node, see, for this node both the consideration is done with 7, without 7. So again for this node, if you consider, so again this is done with 6 and without 6. So now we will proceed to this node. So now that means we have included 3 and we have included 5, but without including 5 will we get the solution. Okay, without including 5. So again you will proceed like this. So without 5, then again with, see, now we will track back to 3 and check if we get solution without including 5 in the solution set. So again if I consider, see, so without 5, what is the sum? Sum is 3. Now if I consider 6, with 6, what is the sum? Sum is 9. So 9, again if I add 7 to that, 9 plus 7 is 16, which is greater than 15. So that means this will not lead to the solution. So again I'll get back and I'll see without including 6. Okay, without including 6. Without including 6, what will be the solution? So look at this tree. So this is the complete tree. Is it visible to you? I hope it is visible. See, with the 3, with 5, with 6, this didn't lead us to the solution. So with the 3, with 5, without 6 and with 7, we have got the solution. So again without 5, with 6, with 7, we didn't get the solution. Without 6, if we include 7 also, that is, see, 3 plus 7, 10. 10 is less than 15, so that also didn't lead us to the solution. So again if we try another possible way, that is without 3, but with 5, with 6 and with 7. So 11 plus 7 is 18, which gives you greater than 15. Yes, see. So we didn't include 3. We tried including 5. We tried including 6. So 5 plus 6 gives you 11. If I try including 7, what will be the solution? So 11 plus 7 is 18. So 18 is greater than 15. We want exactly 15. So we cannot include 7 in the solution set. So without including 7 in the solution set, we have the value as 11. So again we will go back and see without including 6. So now we have included 5. We have not included 6. But if we include 7, what will be the value? So 5 plus 7 is 12. So 12 is less than 15. So again it will not lead to the solution. So again track back. So track back again if you come to this without including 5. So now what is the sum? Without including 5, the sum is still 0. So now if I include 6, what will be the sum? Sum is equal to 6. If I include 7 to that, what will be the sum? Sum will be 6 plus 7 is 13. So 13 is less than 15. Now even if I exclude any of the elements in the solution set, I will get the value less than 15. Okay, see, without including 3, without including 5, there are only 2 elements remaining in this set, and those 2 elements will give me the value less than 15. So even if I try further without including or with including, the solution, I will not get the solution, because all the values whatever I get will be less than 15. Yes, so we have got only one single solution. So we have got only one single solution for this. So that is what is backtracking you are applying for finding the sum of the subset. Okay, so this is how you apply backtrack. So first you consider one element, then again you consider the next element, and so on, and see whether you have found the solution or you have reached the dead end. If you have reached the dead end, again go back to the previous node, again proceed with the next one. See, this is clearly a binary tree, isn't it? This is clearly a binary tree. Only thing is, see, you can check whether you can include that or you can exclude that. Okay, including 3, excluding 3, including 5, excluding 5. So you are trying to check all different possibilities to get the solution set. Okay, and you may not get only single solution set, there might be multiple solution set. Okay, so this is what we have come across one example. Okay, so this is how you construct. So there further I didn't find so much of space, so that is the reason I have just finally given you the solution tree here. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is backtracking here, how backtracking is applied in finding the solution for this sum of subsets problem. Okay, so sum of subset is nothing but you will be given with the set, the main set, and you will be given with the value d or m or whatever you call it. What you have to do is you have to find the solution set in such a way that the sum of the values in the solution set is equal to this given value d. Okay. Okay, so let us continue with the next example. See, one of the ways this, the other way you can construct the tree is, see, let us look at one more example. See, look at this example. So the set is, it has 5, 10, 12, 13, 15 and 18. So these are the different values. So there are 6 values in the set. Okay, there are 6 values in the set, and what is the value for d? The d value is 30. Okay, so let us manually check what are the different solutions. So what are the different solution set we have got? See, one is 5 plus 10 plus 15. So that is one set. See, 5 plus 10 is 15, 15 plus 15 is 30. So you have got one set. So let us try another possible set. So 12 plus 13 will give you 25, isn't it? So 12 plus 13 will give you 25. So 25 plus 5 will give you 30. Yes. So the second solution set you have is 5, 12 and 13. Yes. Then one more set is 12 and 18. So 12 plus 18 will give you 30. So you have got 3 different solution sets. Is there any other solution set? No, there are only 3 different solution sets here. Okay. So let us see how to construct the tree for this. So here the construction is done in a different way. Okay, the construction is done in a different way. I'll tell you what it is. See, look at this 73. 73 is nothing but the sum of all the elements in the set. Okay, 73 is nothing but the sum of all the elements in the set. Okay, so then what we have done is, see, you have included the first element. What is the first element? 5. Okay, initially the sum is 0 and you are trying to include the first element. See, look at this. So here you have 3 values. So listen to this carefully. The 3 values are nothing. 3 values are nothing but the first one indicates the sum, and the second one indicates which element we have included, and the third one indicates what is the remaining values, the sum of the remaining values in the set. So initially when we have not included any of the elements in the solution set, the sum of all the values in the main set is 73. Okay, yes. So this is 0 indicates we have not included any elements. 1 indicates we will include the first element in this set. So now see, 5. What is the first element in the set? The first element is 5, isn't it? The first element is 5. So you have included 5. So the sum is now 5. Now we will try with the second element. Okay, in these 3 values, the first one indicates the sum, the second one indicates which element you are going to include or exclude, and the third one indicates the remaining sum the sum of remaining elements in the main set. Okay, so now we have included 5 in the solution set. So if we exclude that 5 in the main set, so what will be the remaining sum? 73 minus 5 will give you 68. So that is what this 68 indicates. Now let us try to include the next element. What is the next element? Next element is 10. So now let me try including 10. Sorry. Okay, so if I include 10, what will be the sum? Sum will be 15. 5 plus 10 is 15. So now let us assume about the third one. And what is the remaining sum of all the elements excluding that 5 and 10? So it is nothing but 58. So now let us try including the third element. What is the third element? What is the third element? 12. So if I include 12 in the solution set, so if I include 12, so what will be the sum? Sum is 27. I need not worry about the fourth element because the third element itself is 12, and if I consider the next element, that will be obviously greater than or equal to 12, and the sum here 27 is just 3 less than 30. So I will not try with the next element. So this I have reached the dead end. So what I'll do is I'll go to the previous one. I will exclude the third element. What is the third element? 12. I will exclude that 12 and next try to consider the next element. Okay. So here if I include 13, so what I'll do is instead of 12, I'll exclude 12 and now I will just include 13. So 5, 10 and then 13. What is the sum? 5, 10 and 13, it gives me 28. So can I include the next one? 28 is less than 30, but if I include the next one, that will be much more greater, isn't it? So I will stop there. That is the dead end. So now what I'll do is I'll again exclude 13 and then I'll consider 15. Okay. So now tell me what is the sum? 5 plus 10 plus 15 will give you 30. So we have found one solution. Yes, see, look at this. So including the first element 5, including the second element 10, excluding the third and fourth element and including fifth element. So if you look at this, you have got the solution. So one of the solutions. Yes. So if you include 5, 10 and 15. So 15 plus 15 will give you 30 and the remaining sum is how much? 73 minus 30 will give you 43. Okay. So that is what is remaining. So one of the solution is this. So if you trace back the tree, you can see which are the elements you have included and which one you have excluded. Okay. So first element you have included, second element you have included, you have excluded third and fourth, and you have included fifth. And when you include fifth, you have got the solution. So that means you are not worried about the sixth element. Yes, at least here you are not worried about sixth element. Then again you will backtrack and again you will backtrack to this node. Now you are excluding 10 and considering the next element. Okay. So what you are going to do is you are excluding 10 and you will consider the next element. Yes. So now what is the sum? 5 plus 12 will give you 17, isn't it? 5 plus 12. See, you have excluded 10. So x2 is equal to 0. That means you have excluded 10. So 5 and now you have included 12. So 5 plus 12 will give you 17. So now again if I try to include the next element, yes, so what is the next element? Next element is 13. So can I include 13? Yes, I can include 13 because 17 plus 13 will give me 30. So again I found one more solution. Yes. So what are the values I have included in the solution set? 5, 12 and 13. So see, x1, x3 and x4. Yes. So x1, x3 and x4. So I have included these three values to get 30. Yes. So now again I'll track back. Again I will see, excluding 12 will I get a solution. Okay, now I have only 5 in the solution set. I have excluded 12, I have excluded even 13. So what is the next value I have? The next value I have after 13 is 15. Look at this. So I have excluded 13, I have excluded 12. So now I'll just include this 15. So 15 plus 5, what is it? 20. So 15 plus 5 will give me 20. But obviously this value is 15. The next element in the set will be greater than 15. So even if I include that, that will give me greater than 30. So this has come to a dead end now. So again I'll have to track back and go to this first root node. Now I will exclude the first element. I will exclude the first element and I'll start with the second element. What is the second element? Second element is 10. So if I include the third element, see, if I include second and third, what will I get? 10 plus 12 is 22. So obviously it will be greater than the next element will be greater than 12. So that will give me more than 30. So I'll exclude this. Now again I'll try including only 12. So 12 plus 13, it is 25. So obviously the next element will be greater than 13 and that will give you more than 30. So again that is the dead end. So again what I'll do is I'll exclude 13 and I'll try with 15. So next again 12 plus 15 will give you 27 and the next element is greater than 15. So if I include that, that will be greater than 30. So I'll exclude 15. Now again I'll try with 18. So 12 plus 18 will give me 30. So this is also another solution. So this is how you proceed with backtracking. See, look at this. Excluding first element, excluding second element, including third one, excluding fourth, excluding fifth and including sixth element. Okay, so you are including third and sixth element. Yes, you are including third and sixth element. So that is one more solution. Okay, so solution C. See, when you are constructing, you have to clearly mention this. Okay, including and excluding, with and without. But here, because of space problem, it is just mentioned excluding only. See, the sum is not changed, that means you have excluded that element. If the sum is not changed, that means you have excluded that element. That is why here they have not shown including and excluding. Okay, see, here also you have included 12. See, here still the sum is 12, that means you have not included fourth element. Again here the sum is 12, that means you have not included fifth element. Now when you include sixth element, the sum is 30 and you have found the solution. Okay, so this is what is sum of subset, and this is how you apply backtracking to find the solution for sum of subset. See, when you talk about backtracking, the first thing when you are writing the code, you go for recursive algorithm, isn't it? The recursive algorithm. So backtracking, recursion. So when you talk about recursion, how to write the code for this. Okay, see, here you start with the first element. So x of k, you make it as 1. Okay, and you are just checking. See, here CS is nothing but the sum. Okay, 0 plus weight of first element. Weight of first element is what here? The weight of the first element is 5. So 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. But 5, is it equal to 30? No. So again you will go to the else part. What is the else part? Else part, here you have two different things. one is including that element and one is excluding that element. Okay, so this is including that element. Okay, including that element. See, you are including the sum plus the current element, weight of the current element, and you are checking with the weight of the next element. So if it is still less than 15, then you are including this element to the set. Okay, otherwise what you are doing, you are excluding. So here if you look at this, the second one, the case, here you are excluding. See, look at this, that is why you have made x of k equal to 0. So you are excluding that and then proceeding with the next element. Okay, so the current sum and the remaining one. Okay, if it is greater than the given value, and so current sum, you have not included weight of k, you are including weight of k plus 1. So if that is still less than the given value d, that means you are excluding that current element and moving with the next element. Okay, so that is how you are writing the recursive algorithm here. Okay, see, now you included 5, you included 10. Okay, but when you included the next value, see, let us assume the current value is 10. Okay, so 5 plus 10, you have included 15. What will be the next value? The next value is what? 12. So 12 plus 13, again 15 plus 12 plus 13, is it less than d? No, it is not less than 30, it is greater than 30, isn't it? So then what we do, we exclude 12. We exclude 12 and we proceed with next, that is 13. Okay, so again 5 plus 10, 15 is done. Again it will come here, 13 plus, what is the next element? 15. 13 plus 15 plus 15, the previous sum CS is 15. So that will again be greater than 30, not less than 30. So again you will exclude 13. So you will call with the next element, that is, what is the next element? 15, isn't it? Yes. So 5, 10, 12 and 13 we excluded. Now we will check with 15. Okay. So 15, if it gives a solution or not. So when you come here, when it comes to this 15 plus what is the current one? Current one is 15. So 15 plus 15 is 30 and d is also equal to 30. So that means you have found one solution. So you have found one solution and you are printing that solution. Okay. Then again you will proceed with the next one. So current one is 15. So what would be the next one? 18. So will you get the solution if you add 18 also to the set? No. So what you will do, again you will exclude 15. So you will proceed with 18. So what are the values you have now? 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 18, oh, that will not give you the solution. So again you will come back and you will exclude 10 now. Okay. So you will exclude 10 and then proceed with 12 and then 13. So this is how it works. Is that clear? So when you get the solution, when it is equal, this if condition will work. Okay. If you don't get the solution and if you feel the next one, if I include that is still less than the given sum value, then I can include that weight. If not, I will exclude the current element and I will try to include the next element.